The Oregon State Hospital Replacement Project in Salem, Oregon won a Project Achievement Award for Construction Management Excellence from the Construction Management Association of America. CH2M Hill was the project's construction manager. The project won in the category of new construction with a value greater than $100 million. Dan Dowell was CH2M Hill's project manager. The project transformed the hospital to a modern, centralized treatment mall recovery-based model of care. The new 620-bed, 850,000-square-foot hospital integrates existing historic buildings with new facilities and also includes 290,000 square feet of outdoor areas. The expansion and renovation of the main hospital, which began in spring of 2009, was completed in December 2011 at $9.5 million, or 3% under budget.
And so for the owner, they had to, it was a very difficult process of figuring out what was going to work both historically, what would work for the patients, what would work cost-wise for the budget, because the Historic Landmarks Commission isn't, their main focus is just on the historic piece, so they don't care if it costs twice as much.
The Oregon State Hospital gained widespread recognition as the iconic location for the Academy Award-winning 1975 film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest starring Jack Nicholson. In continuous operation since 1883, it is one of the oldest operating mental health facilities in the nation.
A lot of projects that we work on, it has one or two of these elements, but this one had just about everything they can think of. So it was just a really good deal.
These kind of drawings were pulled together not for construction, but more so that the owner would have a clear understanding of these different issues and where they were.
Dan recalls that in the early planning stages, the client believed it would be impossible to allow the hospital to continue operating during a replacement project of such massive size and complexity. Indeed, a number of the seasoned CH2M Hill staff assigned to the job described this as the most complex project they'd ever seen.
There was a total of 36 patients that moved down here. So that meant on the new facility we could reduce the size of the hospital by 36 beds. So it was kind of a win-win all the way around.
A few months into the project, complexity increased further when the 140-acre hospital campus was placed on the National Register of Historic Places. This meant all existing buildings and structures were subject to review and approval by the City of Salem Historic Landmarks Commission before any construction work could occur. This development demanded some keen management skills since the original project budget and schedule did not account for this historic designation.
So all 140 acres on the south side of Center Street and on the north side of Center Street is now a National Historic District. Essentially, it added a whole other layer of permit process that we had to go through. In addition to getting the regular permits, we had to go through the Historic Landmarks Commission. And it was a very difficult process for the whole team because in order to get a permit to demolish anything, they wanted to know what we were going to build. Well, in order to know what we were going to build, we had to know what we could demolish. And so it was always a chicken and egg thing a bit to know how much to show where we could get enough approvals to be able to get some of the demolition permits.
A letter of commendation from the Oregon Health Authority read, "Dan's leadership and technical excellence provided significant value to the owner on this extremely complex project. His considerable knowledge and construction-related experience were essential to delivering this project successfully and safely, on time, within budget, and with high quality. A state audit also gave high marks to the project team's proficient management of the $458 million project."
We knew there wasn't any opportunity to go beyond which was already planned for, and so it took a lot of creative thinking by both the construction team, the design team, our construction management team, and the owner to come up with ways if when we do identify the risks that cost additional money more than planned, on how to reduce it or eliminate it.
This will also be remembered as a combined effort by multiple CH2M Hill business groups to build a long-term relationship with a client and then transform a project initially believed impossible by that client into an award-winning success.